Here we are on this cold, cold winter day. I know it's probably cold wherever you are, and it's just one of those things, right? Shivering, right? And this is a perfect story for you to absorb while you're, roasting in front of the logs, the burning logs or fireplace and things of that nature. And even if you're just, in your car and you have the heater on or whatever, I'll tell you the story about this lady bus driver. Incredible story. Incredible story. I always say it's incredible to me. It's incredible to me. And, basically, to start off, I was talking to someone, and they were telling me about their day. I want to hear about their day. And it was telling me about, driving a bus, driving our kids around and to and from school. And the thing is, she was telling me how, how she does things when she's on the bus. And to her, it was just an everyday thing. It was nothing major to her, it was just a certain kind of respect for the kids, and also want to make sure. And this is the thing. Her number one thing was always getting them home safely. Getting them home safely. But it's the way that she went about doing it. So, let's tell you one of the stories. And then I'm going to tell you this one that really just blew my socks away. So, she had a scenario where when the kids get on the bus, she made them kind of a family. Now, she did not do that intentionally. That's just the way she, how she rolls. And she had a thing where she always greet the kids one by one when they get on the bus. They get to know her, even new kids, they feel welcomed and all these different things. But the one rule she has that everybody has to stay seated because we have to get there safely. Have to get to and from safely. And she emphasizes that throughout the whole trip. And if they start to buying in, and they really started buying into her personality, and they just started feeling some type of kinship. Well, she was so, ingratiating to a point that she was telling them when she would drop them off at school. And if any time is some situation one of the students are going through, she would, let the principal know, let whoever one of the teachers know, hey, this particular student needs special attention regarding a situation. She didn't just leave it to chance, she was there. And almost on a motherly type of level. But to her, it was just her being her. And the thing is, as time went on, that bus became a family. And come to find out that when they were in school, off the bus, that they were actually unified as a family while they were in school. They felt like, and they called her by name, we're on our bus, and they would actually hang together. And they watch over each other and everything based on certain things that she had instilled in them through the course of, the ride. And I never really heard of nothing like that, you know what I mean? Usually everybody break off into their own little groups and things of that nature, but that's not the way things were going with these kids. They were really, really buying into this family environment. And so, same thing with, birthdays or little events or whatever. She would bring, little candies or gifts or things like that. Just small things, but they were really huge to them. And they knew they could talk to her about anything. And, she was sincere. She would sincerely listen and she would care. But that right there is an amazing feat within itself, right? This is who you want driving your kids back and forth to school. This is the one story that really just blew my socks off. So it got to a point that I wanted to hear more. And so I love being able to, ask her about her day because I know she would tell me these stories, To her, again, it's just, her being her. And, but to me, I was like, thing is, for me personally, I feel like I'm a powerful person. I feel like, I'm capable of doing great things, and as we all are, right? But I'm also honest with myself. And when I meet someone that does amazing, just like my mom, and I ask myself, could I have done that? Could I have done that? And the answer is no. No. I know, and I'm not just as a caring, a people person, all these different things, and I really sincerely mean it. But there's a certain characteristic, right? And I'm going to get to this story. It's very important. So she tells me about a scenario that happened. And she was just casually telling me how they called her and they asked her to, make a special run. Nobody wanted to make this run, right? Because every time they're on the bus, this particular group is used to being loose. You know what I mean? They're all over the place, things of that nature. Nobody wanted to take that route. And she took it. Not knowing. But when she got there, and sure enough, everybody was ready to run a rough shot, right? But then she told them, hey, look, I got to get you guys home safe. I got to get you guys home safe. I know that this is what blew my mind right here. So I understand you guys are raised in a different generation, and, hey, you may use profanity with certain words, or things get loud, all these different things. I respect that. But in order for us to get home safe, I'm going to need you to stay in your seats, period. We have to do this together. And, they got to listening. And they really got to listen. And so she was telling about this one kid that wanted to try. He wanted to try, so he was doing something, and she had to go and get a little bit more abrupt and make sure that they understood, this is about safety. This is about getting you home safe. Don't you want to get home safe? And, and the way she said it, everybody just stopped in their tracks. Now, keep in mind, she said to them, hey, look, I understand it's a generational thing, but for the sake of this trip, in order for us all to get home safe, we have to be a team. To her surprise, not one kid, after she talked to that one kid who was trying to make a couple of moves, nobody made a move. Nobody got loud. Nobody got crazy. Nobody used any kind of languages. They were all just conducting themselves like, some very, proud individuals. And it was all because of the way that she came at them. And they were so concerned that the bus company that they called to check on them. How's it going? Expecting her to say, oh, no. But she didn't say that. She said everything's going well. You hear it, right? It's quiet in here. And everybody was just, floored. And so when she was letting them off the bus, she told them she would say her normal thing, have a great day and everything. And, and they look back surprised, what I mean? It's like, okay. And it's not saying that, hey, their normal bus driver probably doesn't have anything. Everybody has their style, you know what I mean? But it kind of surprised them, and they realize she's genuine, and they just so grateful, and I can understand why. Her style of way she does things, and so I can't get it off. You tell me, I'll be wanting to hear more stories. I don't tell her what that I'm intently listening to her, her stories and everything, because she was telling me some other stories and things of that nature, and I was like, I'm listening, I'm like, wow, that's powerful. That is some powerful stuff. And it's been times with weather scenarios, been times when she's had routes that's not hers, and she really didn't know where she was going. GPS was just leading her all over the place. It's got night that's falling, and she's, just constantly conquering these hurdles, and she has the whole bus team up and they're working together to get the number one accomplishment of what she wanted to do, and that's to get them home safely. And it's really an amazing story. And I just think that, we never know. We don't know, who's, behind the wheel. We don't know, the courage and the stamina of who's behind the wheel. And so it's so many beautiful, things can be, gleaned from that story. Things that can be taken from that story. And it's real. It's real. And so if I had a little tyke out there right now, high school, whatever, kindergarten, whatever, I would be very honored to have this be the person driving America's churches around. And so, wow, right? Wow. I was like, wow. And so, yeah, I wanted to share that story because it's so motivating. It's so inspiring. It really is. And that's just someone just being themselves. And it's, it matters. It matters. How we see things, how we come at things matter. It matters. And it changed the whole climate. Just her being herself. So what an amazing story, right? What an amazing, journey. What an amazing, tale about, how we do things, how we process things, and how we move, I really, there is no words I could ever put that could really emphasize how, inspired I am by this story, for sure. I want to say that, in this time of these frigid temperatures and everything, to please remember the homeless. Please remember the homeless. And I think that even she will co-sign to that. So have a blessed day. Have a blessed life. Have a blessed moment in time. And I always know that you can affect a life just simply by the way you carry yourself, simply by the way that you move. It's inspirational. It's powerful. Superwoman. All right. Holler at you later.